Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Welcome back. Tim, how's life treating you at Riverbend Christian Leadership Academy?
It's going great. It's going great. Yeah, we're in.
I still call it Mississippi Valley still?
I still call it that, but obviously we're in the transitional phase of that.
I'm kind of just excited. You know, I hate to say it. I think this is great.
Yeah, well, and we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from it and the plans to move forward.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're excited. Even since I've been here the last time, we've had 3 families that have come to visit.
Good.
And I would say that at least 4 out of the 5 students will be enrolled. And so, again, already we're starting that process and moving forward.
Man, this is great. Well,
Yeah.
you know, where are we at this time in the year? I mean, February's all but said and done finally, and, you know, springtime's here, and we're off to summer soon.
Yeah, our girls are going to state tournament this Friday.
For what?
For basketball.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, so we're still in our basketball season, and they're seeded 2. We've got a nemesis that we beat last year for the state title that, eventually we'll have to overcome one game at a time. But they'll be going for that, and then we end third quarter end of next week, and then we're at wrapping things up as we get towards graduation and the end of May and that kind of thing. So
wonderful. Well, you know, you did bring some pretty cool stuff in today, so I'm guessing we're getting close to some type of auction or trivia night. Or
yeah, we have our trivia night, which is a month from Friday. It's on the 28th of March, and so we're hoping to fill our gymnasium with folks that are going to come out and enjoy a cool night of trivia. It's themed. I don't know if it's officially released what that theme is, so I better hold that one back for now.
Have you got it in a past committee yet?
Oh, it's past committee.
Okay.
It's in full planning. In fact, I even was down to by design to because there's a role that I'm supposed to play with that as well. So I had to get some things altered, shall we say? So we're making plans for that. We have a number of things, Cardinal memorabilia that is available through that. Raffle. We're doing it a raffle style, and so I brought some of that stuff. We got a Stottlemyre autographed picture here, as well as an Ozzie Smith ball, Whitey Herzog ball, and then this one is Molina, Pujols, and Wainwright have all signed this one.
Wow.
So we have a number of cool items, and they can go to our...
I'd say so. Wow, you buried the headline there, man. That's a pretty darn good, that's a pretty good last one you just throw out there. That'll go a little bit, I think that'll fund about 3 years.
Well, listen, I'm okay with that. Let's get the bidding going, or,
let's start it on the show. We'll open it now.
Yeah.
No, this is fantastic. How did you guys put all this together? Because this isn't easy. I mean, this is hard to do.
Well, some of it's even the strategy change.
Yeah.
In the past, we have done a dozen small fundraisers, and really, as we've come together afterwards and looked at it, it's like, well, there's a lot of work that goes into this fundraiser, but there's not really the material, the amount of money that is, we all should have just gone to our jobs and donated the money that we made at our jobs. So we're trying to build our trivia night into that main once a year, or one of the 2 or 3 main fundraisers each year. So we're hoping to really see the community come out and be a part. Our staff filling tables, our students and their families filling tables, that type of thing. And obviously it's meant for a good cause. As anyone would know that's worked with old and historic buildings, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars that need to be spent to really bring the facility up to where it needs to be. So we're trying to piecemeal those one at a time. The 2 big ones that we're focused on right now is bathroom facilities in our gymnasium. So if you've been to our campus, we have 3 buildings there. The gymnasium, once upon a time, had a bathroom in it. But according to my 1929 blueprint, blueprint. The plumbing for that just ran into the creek.
Oh no, yeah, that's
and so
a no-go.
Obviously that's not functional.
Yeah.
And so right now folks have to go up to the other building to use the restroom facilities. What we'd like to do is expand that a little bit with long-term plans in mind, as well as another big project that we have is we want to start redoing some flooring and such in our main level, which is library and blue room. Well, that's 10,000 square feet right there.
Right.
I'm not going to put $1 flooring in there.
Right.
But even then, you're talking $10,000 a square feet. So the more expensive the flooring, boy, that number climbs really quick. And so those projects get big.
Well, and that's the thing too. I was looking. I just went to MVCS.il.org to see the information on the trivia night, and we'll go through a little bit more. Yep. So that's why I was looking over there. But I mean, it's things like that. A lot of people might not even think about, where it's like, oh, updating, to just a modern, setup and just layout, bathrooms there, and it's really kind of eye-opening in a way where, how you guys kind of had to, I don't want to say function, but really operate in, a really outdated building.
Yeah. And again, there's positives and negatives to historic buildings.
Sure. Yeah.
Will somebody come in and say, well, you don't have modern facilities? Well, there's a lot of work being done in our hometown here to update historic buildings. And boy, that work seems to be taking quite some time and costing quite a bit of money. Well, that's what it takes to do it.
That's a good point. I mean, it just does.
The right way.
Right.
And again, we don't have government funding as a private school. And again, that's not a complaint. It's just a reality of we have to raise the money in other ways.
Well, and I mean, you make a really good point, because, you have students coming in to tour and their families, and, obviously the faculty and your staff and student life is what truly is the sell point. Yeah. But when you have updated, facilities and things look kind of a little bit, I don't want to say cleaner, but just more, updated.
Correct.
It's a stamping point, really.
Right. Well, and again, we don't want to get cart before the horse.
Right.
But we have, we have that blueprint of all of those buildings that have been taken down. And I would love to, and I have a vision to see those buildings actually rebuilt.
Wow.
In the future as we grow and expand.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be more than just a Christian school and have a lot more offerings. And again, that's down the road. However, we all know that things that are 20 years down the road can be protracted very quickly if you have the right players come in and say, hey, I'm behind this. I want to see this go forward. Right. And those timelines can be sped up significantly.
Well, you got to you have to make it known, because if nobody knows about it, nobody's going to,
Yeah, I can think about it while I lie awake at night in bed, but that's not going to move it forward.
Man, I'm telling you what, you guys went all out for this Trivia Night fundraiser and raffle. So Trivia Night, if it's on the website, it's ready to go, correct? All righty. Get ready to roll the dice, because you can join in for a fun-filled night of trivia March the 28th. Doors open at 6 p.m. And this year's theme is Monopoly.
Okay, they do have the theme out there.
Yep.
All right.
We're excited now. Raising funds for just campus improvement is what we were just talking about with Tim a little bit. And what's going to happen with the library room?
Well, again, that library room has a lot of books that were even there when Faith bought the property 50 years ago. And so it's between it and the blue room. There's 10,000 square feet there. So again, all of those.
Okay, going back to that same thing.
Yeah, that library is the main level as you're coming in, and again, there's obviously tons of books in there. We want to maintain a certain amount of that, but there's just upgrades that need to be done. If we're going to do the flooring, well, we better paint the walls. Everything needs to get painted. So those projects begin to stack. That, boy, it makes sense to do these things now.
That's where I was because I thought, and this is really kind of a good understanding point for me too, because when I saw just reading this, I thought, well, maybe, library updates too. For some people, I'm thinking, some people are getting these interactive floors, but it's just getting it back up to basics, and that's a really good point to make for you guys. It's just getting the upgrades done, the needed ones.
Yeah, and again, it's functional. It works. I mean, it's...
I like this.
But we want to present as well as we can, and starting to do those things intentionally, and raising the money is obviously
It seems like you all have a really good plan, though. I mean, or at least a really solid idea of what the movement needs to be, because a lot of times you see these ideas die on the vine because you get to step one, maybe you barely get to step two, and then boom, done and flat. what's the motto behind the team? Is there just kind of just that same mindset, or how is this really working?
Well, we have a team of people who have already and continue to sacrifice to see Christian education go forward, as Faith did as well.
Right.
And so I'm coming up. I'm finishing out my 6th year here, and as a part of this ministry, only the year and a half, 2 years of those have I been in this role. But as I was transitioning into this role, again, you start thinking about all of these different projects. What do we do? What is the vision of for the future of what we're creating here? And so I'm of the 10X rule mindset, where it's like, hey, you know what? We'll do maximum effort and put maximum work into getting these things done. But you also have to realize the reality of time. That process is frankly more important than the result.
Yeah.
If you're not eating right, you're going to end up unhealthy. Right. If you're not working out, you're going to end up not in good shape. Same thing goes for here. There's the day-to-day process, but there's also the vision process.
Well, and it seems like, too, everyone really is motivated. And that's a hard thing to do, too, because whenever you can't see it, it's hard to be motivated for it.
Correct. So my role is casting vision and creating relationships in the community and that kind of thing, and even transitioning into that, because it's not been necessarily done that way in the past. You know, all of our teachers have signed letters of intent to return and to be part of this process. And so we're hoping to expand even that teacher base as we go forward, and a number of other roles that we recognize that we need to fill. And so again, this is as good of an opportunity as anybody to put that out and say, hey, you know, we are beginning that hiring process of who will be a part of this ministry going forward, and making those connections.
Well, and it's really an exciting time, because there's no better time to join something than whenever you have all this opportunity out in front of you, because it's only going to go as well as as the effort you put into it, like you just said. So be a part of the train, get it moving, and all of a sudden you can be a part of something that truly grows with you, as a spoke on the wheel.
Right. And so if you, you're a teacher, or you have a passion for education, and you want to be a part of training the generation of Christian leaders of the future, then that's what we're trying to accomplish. And that's what our mission statement is. And I'll say it again: we inspire curiosity to develop lifelong learners and Christian leaders. And so the curiosity part is that education piece. If you're not curious, you're probably not learning. 100%. And then from a Christian leadership standpoint, I truly believe there's a crisis of Christian leaders. I was talking with some pastors even just this week, and I said, well, I'm a transplant. You're a transplant. You're a transplant. You know, we transplant leaders into our community, and hopefully they stay. But where and how are we raising up the Christian leaders from our community that would stay and impact it? Right.
Well, and that's another thing too, because the whole youth argument, well, man, we have no youth here. It's not just, you can build whatever you want to build, and that's great. But there's always that desire as a young person to get away for a little bit. Right. And so what are you going to do to have them build, young people build relationships? Because you can put any billion-dollar entertainment district up, but eventually the new wears off on the chandelier, Right. So it's like you said, building that foundation for them to stay and truly invest here. It's a great idea. I mean, truly is.
Yeah. Well, and we're trying to build that culture that people want to be involved with. It's Wednesday today. I think we have one of our graduates from last year who is coming back and doing some observations for their teaching program, and we want to encourage that type of thing. Yeah, some of them leave, but I don't know. I'm a transplant here from the East Coast. Right. When we leave, we leave. And we don't come back. Right. But here, it seems to me that it's different, that folks do leave, but they do turn around and say, boy, I remember that hometown atmosphere.
You can't beat it.
And I want to go back to that. So I think that part is on our side here in Alton. So create the process and create the culture that says, hey, we've trained you. Maybe you do go away for your degree, and have some of that life experience, but then, come back, and then, bring your spouse back with you. Let's expand the gene pool, shall we say.
With that being said, let me ask you about tickets for trivia night. Yes. $30 for one. Do you do table seats?
Well, we do. I don't know if there's a table price. I would go with that and not speak on it because I don't know for sure.
Okay. So, $30 for a ticket, but it includes your entry and your meal and a mulligan for your table. So meat, sides, dessert, and beverage. What are we having?
We're doing pulled pork and smoked pulled pork, and we have a number of families that do that even as a business, and so they're working with us to provide that. And
that's cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. $30. You can get them online, and this is again March the 28th at 6:30 p.m. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back a little bit more with Riverbend Christian Leadership Academy, Mississippi Valley Christian School. I'm just excited. I'm just saying all the names. Why not?
That's how I'm doing it for now too.
Really? Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, I don't feel alone then. We'll come back with more Daily Show right after this on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
At 9:34, that's the time on this 26th day of February. Tim back in the studio. And Mississippi Valley Christian School, Riverbend Christian Leadership Academy, March 28th, 6:30 p.m. You could be a part of this great night of food, mulligans, and, well, a lot of really great stuff. And it doesn't just start and end with what's on this table. I also have received word from insider information. It's actually posted on the website. An autographed Chuck Berry guitar?
Yeah, so we've had somebody that donated that. Now, I don't know that, my understanding is this, that he didn't sign very many guitars at all. And so I don't know that we have like the full authentication papers with that, but certainly a very unique and cool piece that they could be bidding on.
There you go. And then you got a nice bow set up there, it looks like.
Yep.
And then it looks like a free night stay at Pierre Marquette Lodge. That's cool. Sunday through Thursday. I like it.
I think I should bid on some of these things.
This is really cool. So how many are on the group that puts this event together?
So our parents organization does that, and so it's open to all of our parents. Obviously, there's some that are a little bit more involved than others, but it's definitely a collaborative effort. And we tried to start early last year to do this. In fact, we even had those discussions as we were kind of in that tough spot financially, like should we be fast tracking this or whatever else. And so obviously we didn't. We kept these things to do this trivia night. But again, there's a lot of new things that we're doing, and that we're trying to ramp it up to be significantly more than what it was in previous years. This is so
cool. So how do we need to get our tickets by a certain date? Is there a cutoff?
You know what? We have lots of tables and lots of chairs. So if you showed up at the door, I would not turn you away, and I would just get some strapping young lads and say, "Hey, quick, go grab some more tables." They won't be as decorated as nice.
That's
as
right.
The ones that.
That's right.
But we would make do if you showed up.
And this is right there at the school, correct?
It is, yes, in the gymnasium.
That's 2009 Seminary Street, right there in Alton. And of course, if you've lived here for any cup of coffee, you know exactly where that building is. And really, I think it's so cool that, you know, just sharing a little bit more about what your goals are. Just some of the, I hate to use the word dream, but dreams about, erecting these buildings again and building it up. It's exciting to hear because excitement's what fuels a lot of this stuff anyway, Right.
Well, and the mission is worth it.
Right.
And that's really the first part of it. If you're not doing anything of lasting value, then how is anybody going to get excited about it?
Right.
The fact that we have really almost 150 years of education on that property is a historical. It is amazing from a historical standpoint that we want to continue it for another 50 or 150 years.
And you can.
Correct. And so, again, we're talking with Faith, who still technically owns the property, and we're working through some of those details. But with 40 acres and the historic legacy there, I can't really see people. Again, maybe I'll find out that I'm wrong and there's bigger challenges than I know, but I can't really see anybody saying, boy, you want to rebuild the buildings that used to be here in the same facade as what they used to be, but, repurposed and new and functionally used, whether that's a STEM center or whether that's an arts building or whether that's, music building. Like there's so many options of things that we could do. We've talked even in the last time about moving into some of the trade type of things and having the facility of the 40 acres centrally located here in Alton is an amazing opportunity.
Isn't that amazing just to hear 40 acres in Alton?
Mm-hmm.
For campus, and it's truly incredible. And just to hear some of that, I hope you guys get excited about it. And also you can help support this too, because there's no better time than to be a part of something this year for you all as you are embarking on year one of this new journey.
Yeah. And last time we were here, we were able to share the rebranding, which is awesome. Previously, we were trying to raise that money in the pledges.
You did some.
We're at 90%. We still have about $30,000 that needs to be raised. But again, we're in a very healthy place, I think, comparatively. And so there's opportunities on the website still to either pledge or to donate. If that's something that you're able to do, we sure would appreciate that help with furthering the mission.
Well, and honestly, all you have to do is go right here. Let me take you there. You just go to MVCS-IL.org, and then you can click on one of these three options. Donate monthly, because one time's not as fun, and you can maybe even put $1,000 in there. And just remember that Uncle Sam's coming back around the corner here still, so you can get some government help from that on your taxes too.
Exactly.
Correct?
Yeah. And then of course the other website is RiverBend.Academy, which is going to have the same.
I still got that one pulled up. That's how excited, Tim, I am about this. Look at that. Boom, right there. Come and see. And can you donate on this site too?
I believe so. Should be there. It might be a tab though.
Well, we'll find that. But you can still sign up and learn more about enrollment information and really learn about that Christ-centered education that really you and your staff have been known for, too. And like I've told you before, you can always tell when you guys are educating a student. That's just my perspective, really. That's not a patronizing thing. There's no money exchange going on. It's just it really is just what I noticed.
Well, and again, that the beauty of that is that was unprompted when we first sat down and met, and you just had that interaction with that student. in a completely different situation and scenario, and that stood out to you that, hey, not only is this person high character, high morals, a leader, but they're associated with this particular school. And by the way, both of that student's parents went to the school. And so, they're a family that has been involved for quite some time. Yeah. And again, that's what we are looking for, not just this year, but the legacy of the families.
Well, and what is your ideal class size? If you could, I guess wave a magic wand and get all this, going and perfectly established for you, what would your ideal sizes be for these classes?
I would say we would be at a 15-to-1 ratio. Would be ideal, and that's about where we would be from a capacity standpoint as well, which would be somewhere in the area of 200 students at about 15 per class. We have offering for even down to K3, so we have K3, K4, and so all the way up to 12th. That's always the question that gets asked: Are you, elementary? Are you just high school? That type of thing. But yeah, K through 12, and then I think that our capacity right now. Again, they've had more than that in our history on the campus as it's set up, but I think that was a different era where we kind of crammed them into classes a little bit tighter than what we're comfortable with today. So I think 15-to-1 would be a very comfortable from a teaching standpoint, but also from a capacity standpoint. And if we're getting that 200 students, 210 students, we're looking at what our expansion process looks like, both the short term, whether that's like trailers and whatever else, which again, we have the facility and property to put them up while we start construction plans and all of that, which is a tremendous problem for me to have. I look forward to those sleepless nights.
Well, and honestly, I can foresee those coming. Now, getting back to this trivia night, which is where you can help be a part of this too, because all of the money raised is going towards this next chapter. Correct. What are you, Tim, if I could put you on the spot, if you had the chance, can you bid on these items? Are you allowed to? Is it like, when you work at the casino, you can't gamble there, or like how
do I get to? Is that the question? Yeah. We're doing it in a raffle format, so I think I can buy whatever tickets I want.
Okay, so you can still get raffle tickets. Okay. So if you had the choice though, which one would you be going with?
I would go with the Piasaw offering.
There you go. Oh, that's right. Stay tuned on that one. Is that the bow?
No, that's
a different. That's when we talked about.
And I don't have all the details. When I heard though that they were going to be partnering with us, I said, "Boy, where's my wallet? What kind of cash do I have?"
Here's my credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
This is incredible. So, if you're just tuning in though, you can be a part of this trivia night. Tickets are available online. All you have to do is go to the Mississippi Valley Christian School website. That's mvcs-il.org, and just click on the tab. It'll take you right to this little checkout page. We'll look at that already taken care of. And if you're like me that has the Google credit card thing, you don't have to find your debit card. You can just go ahead and put your 3 digits in, and it's taken care of right then and there. And that, once again, is March the 28th at 6:30 p.m. What else do we need to hit on today, man?
Last thing I would say is RiverBend.Academy. Go ahead and put your information in there and open that door so that we can communicate with you and have you come in for one of our come and see tours. And let's talk about what Christian education means for your family and for your future.
100% over. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com and make sure that you guys are informed and be a part of this. I mean, how exciting is this to say that you're a part of the first year of Riverbend Christian Leadership Academy? Tim, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you, CJ.
We'll take a quick break, 9:44, a little bit of change, more Daily Show on this Wednesday morning next.